afternoon. It's Mary Lou Foster here. I'm coming on a little bit early to make sure my screen looks okay. When I plugged in my camera, it was upside down. So I was like, I need to make sure that that is fixed. So I thought, well, if I come on early, I can chat for a few minutes or hop off and fix my stuff. And I was also going to give it some time to notify me that I am live so I can monitor comments. If you're watching, I might miss if you come on. There it is. Come on. Alright. So if you'll comment, that helps me to keep up to see. Otherwise, it just says that so-and-so is watching. And I don't know. If I'm looking down, I might miss that. I'm going to turn on this light from the side. Just to see if that brightens things up. It's sort of a sunny, cloudy day here. It goes in and out. I want to make sure that we are focused. So it helps sometimes if you make the camera wake up. It's just like the rest of us, it dozes off sometimes. Alrighty. It says I am live now. Yeah, and the captions are auto-generated. I am so sorry. You might want to turn that off because sometimes it's quite hilarious what it thinks I'm saying versus what I am really saying. Alrighty, well, it's 1:59. I don't know if it's closer to 2 or to 1:59. But I'm going to go ahead and introduce myself again. This is Mary Lou Foster. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Northeast Texas. Texas is a big state. I'm sure you know that. And I'm up in the northeast corner between Dallas and Texarkana. So trees, grass, gentle rolling hills, right on the edge of the piney woods. Oh my goodness. The fall colors are beginning to change. There's a red sassafras tree in the yard next door to us. And pretty soon the sweet gum trees are going to flare up. They'll be red and yellow and orange. They're my favorite. It's fall. The colors are just, when we have a good year, they're stunning. So today I have for you a Christmas card and a fall card. I thought I would do two. It's been a while since I've been on. We've taken a cruise. Fabulous. It was to the Northeast to see the fall colors. The joke was on us. It's too early. That was the end of September. They're having a late fall. So we didn't see a lot of color, just a tree here and there. We got to go to Boston, Massachusetts to the JFK Library. We had 2 stops in Maine, Bangor and Portland. We stopped in Halifax and St. John's Bay, Newfoundland. Saw lighthouses. That was another reason I went. I've always wanted to go to Bangor, Maine and see lighthouses. Well, I don't think I saw my lighthouses in Bangor, Maine, but I saw lighthouses. So it was a 9-night, 10-day cruise, kind of long. And getting home, we kind of had to settle back in. We both had COVID, go figure. But we're good and we're rolling along. So I wanted to get back into the routine. So today's card uses the Horse and Sleigh bundle. I'm going to have to decline that call. And this is an online exclusive. And when I finish in the comments, I will put the ordering information in case you decide that you would like to own this bundle and this paper. This paper is One Horse Open Sleigh. I'll show that to you in a minute. The bundle will not going to use a lot of these stamps today. I'm going to show you some other cards that I made that use the horse and sleigh and some of the other sayings, and you can see the dies that fits that stamp. And then the paper is called One Horse Open Sleigh. And it's been out for several months. It was in and out of stock. Today I'm going to use, on my sample card, I used just kind of the pasture scene with the gate and a tree. I'm going to use the fox today. So I'm going to set my pieces out so you can kind of see it. I have two different color schemes going on with him. Cajun Craze and Petal Pink, I believe that's called. But first let me show you. This card is kind of the same color scheme as my inspiration card, kind of. And it is a fun fold card. And the cool thing about it, this heart at the bottom acts as a stay or a hold for this part, the fun fold. And the horse is stamped on the front, and the sleigh is stamped on the inside. How about that? Who would have thought? I didn't think of it. This is not my design, but that's a cool way to break that stamp up, because it is long. It takes the whole front of the card, especially if you do it sideways. And then I have a beautiful fun fold card. I use the fox and the don't remember what they're called, and I probably can't pull it out real quick. Yes, I can. Adhesive back snowflake assortment, and I used the ones that kind of coordinated with that fox. So this is a fun fold also. I don't have the cutting instructions right here in front of me, but as you can see, it takes 8.5, no, a little bit bigger than that, in order to get this all. But look, you use this piece of designer series paper, you use a coordinating piece on the flaps, you can put some on the inside of the flaps, and a piece on the background. So it's a cool way to get rid of a lot of paper, and it's a beautiful card for your recipient to see and to open. There's also a piece of paper that has the little deer, and it doesn't really look like Bambi because the ears on this deer are quite large. But I cut it out and kind of centered him. He's standing amongst trees. I added some trees. I added the rabbit. Proportionally, it may not be correct, but and then I have not really done the inside yet. So those are a few other ideas. I'm going to go ahead and get started on my card today. I hope I have everything I need. I've had this kit made up and sitting in the box. So it's kind of a fun fold card, as you can see. It is 4 1/4 by 11. And cut off 3 1/4 inches. So that leaves a flap of 2 1/4 inches. And I'm just going to use a piece, it's actually the back of this paper. But I thought if I put white, it just washes it out. I'm using the wrong example for the already lost it. But the brown side just kind of makes the trees pop a little bit. So I'm not going to try to give you all the cutting instructions for this card on the video. I will do it. If you place an online order, I can send you a PDF with the instructions for real. So I want to know, do you make Christmas cards? I don't see anybody watching me, so if you watch later, if you watch the replay, just put #replay, and it's fine to interact with me. I should get notification that there were comments, and I can come back and comment. I'm going to use the one with the petal pink first. So before I stick that on, I'm going to go ahead and put my inside piece in, and it's one of the pieces you can choose. Like my inspiration card had the little polka dotty one, the linear polka dots. It's just kind of nice to decorate the inside of the card. Alright, that gives me kind of a base. I'm not putting my white liner in. And you just kind of center this. Do not put your adhesive all over it, because you only need it to stick over here on this left side. That might be the voice of experience speaking. My card classes, sometimes the ladies get a little bit ahead of themselves. Now, the reason I waited to put my liner, I want it to hide underneath this flap. So I'll kind of eye it up a little bit. Get me some adhesive. Once you get this card, get the pieces ready for it, it really does not take very long to make the card itself. Okie dokie. Probably move it over just a little bit, but I think we're, how about that? Now what I should have done is my stamping, but I can still do that. The front is going to say, wishing you a season of cheer. Get it moved up here. So I can, and see, that's why I should have done it before I assembled it. But anyway, and then on the inside, I just added some interest with that tree. And I'm going to kind of show you how you can, excuse me, we have, let me find it, this paper that is masking paper. So I'm going to cut me a piece, because I don't necessarily want that tree to hang down on my paper right there. So it already has sticky on it, and it's real light sticky. So it's easy to peel off. And anytime you want to mask an area, you can use that. People do it differently. I've seen them put it on the stamp to mask the stamp when they ink it. And this time I used it to just mask the card that I did not want to get ink on. And I'm just going to gently. So there you go. That's another use for the mask. So I did forget the ribbon, because I didn't get the ribbon out. It wasn't in the box. I should have put it underneath that, but I'm going to just put it down closer to the fold today. And let's give us that much. That's a very technical measurement. I'll tie the bow, and then I can kind of spin the ribbon where I want the bow to end up. I think I'm going to slide it over onto the, over here. This ribbon does lose its glitter as you work with it. It's the glittered organdy ribbon. It's beautiful. It's sheer. As you can see, it ties knots nicely. But can you also see that I have sparkle going on in other places? And give this a haircut. And give that a haircut. Okay. So this time, how about if we do our stamping first? And I want a piece of scratch paper this time. I just put a brand new grid paper on my desk. Oh, you can't see what I'm doing. Sorry. That was when I repositioned the camera. I'm not centered anymore on my table. I'm having to work way far away from me. Okay. So we'll do our season of cheer before, well, not the pieces. Season of cheer. This time I will close my ink. That is one of my pet peeves, working around open ink. So I'm going to put it on Cajun Craze. And look how it just kind of makes the let me trim this just a little bit more. I want some more of my Cajun Craze to show. Yeah. To kind of pull that fox out a little bit. Sometimes you just need an 1/8 of an inch mat, and sometimes you need the 1/4 of an inch. Depends on the look you're going for. I was going to show you my sack of scraps, because in order to cut the pieces for this card, I have got pieces. And this paper is 6 by 6, and you get like one card from a sheet. And because this is not like a 3 by 2 strip, this, all you could get was the box, and then you have all this paper from around it. Okay. This time, I'm going to remember to tie the ribbon. See, it's kind of like getting a do-over or a do-again. Do again. I like that one. Alrighty. Have my tail here so I know how much I need to cut. Cut that much. I do better from the side. Y'all do that? That you kind of do things the same way every time. It just works better. And it's just a good old-fashioned bow. I don't fuss too much with them. They usually turn out okay. And what I was looking at was trying to decide if I wanted to mount this on dimensionals or not. And do I want it to go to the top or to the side? I think I'm going to leave it to the side like I did on the other card. But I'm just going to do it, mount it flat and not pop it up. And then I'll show you what our sparkles are. Alright, so we'll get our adhesive on the back of this. You may think I use a lot of adhesive. I don't want my cards falling apart or coming unstuck on the corners. It's kind of a pet peeve. I have several, don't I? Sorry. Woo! It ended up too high. And the nice thing about our adhesive, it says permanent, and it can be, but because I'm taking it off like almost immediately after I stuck it down, I have a little bit of forgiveness. Alright, let's pretend like that's going to be better. It is. All I used for embellishments are our rhinestone basic jewels. I didn't go back and get those adhesive back snowflakes. I just wanted sparkle. Like simple. Let's see, now you pick it to them. And I just scattered them. So how about if I do that? And do one here. And here. And I think I'm going to do 5. What do you think? Let's do one here. Yeah. Do our other one. Some people are so talented with how they position their embellishments. It's just amazing. I try to copy them, but it doesn't always turn out very good. Let's do another small one. How about right here? I'll have to do something about filling that in a little bit. So here's the inspiration card. This was in my class in probably September, maybe August. That's how long this one's been hanging around. And then these are the 2 that we've made today. Kind of a little bit different pattern, paper, which makes them look different. Alright, so my second card, I'm going to clean my stamps right fast. I've been keeping one of the stamping chamois here in a stamp case. I actually got it as a gift for an event that I went to. She put paper inside the stamp case and then gave us, I think it's either a half or a fourth of a stamping chamois. And you can use and use, it stays wet. Of course, I stamp often, but when it starts kind of drying out, I'll rinse it really, really good. And the cool thing about it, your ink comes off of your stamps. It doesn't pick up the extra ink, because when you're using your mat, your cleaning, stamping cleaner, sometimes it'll pick up the black ink. Alright, let me show you the one we're going to make. This one is also easy. As you can see, it's a fun fold, but it's portrait and not landscape. And it's on Cajun Craze, and it uses this gorgeous All About Autumn paper. And I will show you this paper. I have a sampler here. So one side is shiny. You can see that. I can see it in, I have 3 different views of it here. And the other side is a fall. This book is something else. Look at those trees. Some of the ladies got the trees for their card. Some of the ladies got leaves. Oh, look how pretty that is. And that's books. Some ladies got this piece. Some ladies got that piece. The back, I love the pumpkins. Have you seen cards made with that pumpkin? They cut it apart. Gorgeous. Leaves. That is like knitted sweater type paneling, and trees. And it coordinates with a whole list of kind of fall colors. Cajun Craze, our new copper clay, crushed curry, early espresso, moody mauve, mossy meadow, pretty peacock, pumpkin pie, berry vanilla, and copper foil. Yes, we have copper foil. If it's not in the catalog, remember to look online. We have online exclusives, like our gold foil is online. And if you forget to look, you think we don't have it. So please ask or look. All right. Move that out of the way. Our embellishments today are the adhesive back speckle dots. I'm using early espresso. And I'm using 2 different stamp sets because I gave my ladies a choice of Thinking of You or Beyond Grateful. I never really know if they need birthday cards. So one came from the Charming Sentiments. That's the Beyond Grateful. This is a set of 17 stamps. And just about, there's not one that says, it says wishing you the happiest of birthdays. There's not one that just says happy birthday. There is a thank you, faith over fear, or wonderful thoughts. And once again, there's not really one that says happy birthday, but hello, thanks, you can do amazing things. So I pulled those 2 sets out so we would have something to put on. And of course, with those, you didn't have to put anything on the inside. So for this card, I was going to show you the rest. I have ordered this oxidized copper specialty paper. It looks really pretty. It coordinates with Pretty Peacock and copper, of course. And hopefully, well, in fact, it's on its way. So I think it's really gorgeous. This is page 42 and 43. I don't have the stamps, and I didn't think I wanted the papers, but I participated in a challenge, and I could choose a package of Designer Series paper as my prize. So I chose this one, and then I got it, and I love it. So I'm figuring out ways to use it that don't involve that stamp set, that bundle, because I got the Pick a Patch, Pumpkin Patch one. So this one is 5.5 by 7.5. And of course, it's scored at 4 1/4 because that's our typical place to score it. So basically, you cut an inch off what's going to be the front of your card. My cutting blade is getting shaggy, so I have replaced it. So, but the cool thing about that, you can put a piece of paper on the inside of your card, and it serves 2 purposes. It decorates the inside of your card, but you see it from the outside too. So I used the same sheet of paper. This time I was just a little bit more careful about how I cut it, so it would kind of complete the pattern. This sun, as you can see on this one, this is the exact same piece of paper, but I flipped them and I put the piece that was over here on this piece over to the right. And I probably shouldn't have done that, and that's why I changed it, because you can see the sunbeams coming in this way, and that kind of belongs over here on the left. Anyway, that's a long story for why it's done the way it is. So nothing fancy on this card. I didn't use ribbon. And like I said, the only embellishments I used were these speckle dots. Sometimes simple is better. I tend to get too involved in all the little details, and I need to pull back every now and then and just show that you don't have to own all the stuff. This just is some pretty paper, some plain cardstock. It's how you cut that paper that kind of makes this one special. And the same with the one that I just did. It wasn't anything spectacular. It was just how the paper was cut and presented. Now, my caution on this is to make sure that your little liner is hiding underneath that flap. I'm not going to stick it down. I'm going to make a Thinking of You. I already have this one stamped, and I am going to mount these on some dimensionals, and I'm down to just the edges, but I use every little piece, because after all, these are dimensionals too. That way. But if you have all the pretty ribbons and you want to add embellishments, you can. But this is more for the hobby demo that likes this stuff and kind of collects this stuff. And then how do I use it? So let your paper do your work. And that's kind of what I like about some of the papers that Stampin' Up! Offers us, is it can do the work. And I've heard other demonstrators say that. So that hides underneath there. And that's all there is to this card. I got this on our cruise. This band went all the way around it. But no, it didn't. Or did it? I don't remember now. Oh, no, it didn't. It was just the front decoration. Just to show what a cool way to present a gift. I had a lady bring a new stamper to class yesterday, and I gave her a package of the brushed brass butterflies, and I put them in one of our little retired gift sacks and fixed the little tag, and she was just, oh my goodness, where did you get this? That's so cute. And it was so simple, but it was a nice presentation. I wrapped some ribbon around it and a little sticker on the front that said "For You," and to express my appreciation for her bringing a brand new stamper. So it's not staying folded because I have not tightened that fold with my bone folder. Sometimes getting those back in the package is enough to make you lose your religion. Alright, y'all. That is all I had for you today. 2 kind of fun fold cards for 2 different seasons. How you can use your supplies. Yeah, I see my stamping. There you go. So, have a really great day. I hope to be back on some kind of a schedule with my lives. I've got cards. I just gotta stay home. So, y'all have a good day, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.